Okay, please, at the course of the program, if you have any question, you can alert me. Then I will allow you to ask your question. Then we address it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the standard. We are not going through all of them. I'm going to touch some few important things that are needed or that are very, very important within this document. You can also go through, I've shared it with you. I hope it's part of the files that are on the Telegram. Those who have joined the Telegram group and then have downloaded the files. I hope you saw this particular document inside. Hello.
Uh,
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Please, I want to ask if you are going to share the recorded version, if you are going to share after the section, because my laptop is really disturbing me. So if you can share the recorded video after the section.
Yes, I'm going to share the recorded videos. That is
All
why
right. Thank you.
I'm recording. So I'm going to share the recordings after the class.
All
Yeah. So I
right,
wanted
sir.
to confirm from you guys that you saw this document as part of the document I shared on the Telegram page.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes, please.
okay. Thank you. So
You're welcome.
yes, so we are going through them. We will start from this particular one. This is just introduction of how they came about this document and then how they set this standard. Now, the 2.0 says recommended standard for cadastral data collection and quality control or quality assurance. And 2.1 says field observation. So the minimum GNSS of the observation time for any point should be at least 10 minutes, depending on the baseline distance to the point. So the baseline distance to the point is the distance between the base and then the rover. And you should you should observe a minimum of 10 minutes if it is closer. And then the maximum baseline for any observation should be 95,000 feet, which is approximately 29 kilometers. So the distance between your base and then your rover of where you are picking the data, the base, and where you are picking the data supposed to be um, approximately 95,000 feet or 29 kilometers. Then let's see, for longer baseline distances beyond the maximum base limit, temporary intermediary stations should be established between the reference stations and then the point site to achieve higher accuracy. So it means that if your base station is very far from where you are going to pick your points or your rover, you have to set a TBM. You have to set a TBM closer to where you are picking the point so that um, you can get the accuracy they require. So guidelines for GNSS positioning methods such as RTK, PPK would be established soon. But for this particular one, we don't use, they have not given a guidelines for it. So we don't use RTK for um, cadastral plans. All that we use is static. Now, this is the summary of what we just talked about. So distance from base station less than or equal to 30,000 feet, which is 9 kilometers, should be 10 minutes or more if you are observing or if you are picking your data on the field. And then 30 feet to 30,000 feet to 80,000 feet, which is 24 kilometers, should be 20 minutes or more. And then 80,000 feet to 95,000, which is 29 kilometers, should be 30 minutes or more. So they are giving a caution here. Use of GNSS most successful in open sky conditions. The usage of GNSS under forest canopy is not recommended. But if under the forest canopy you are able to receive signals, then and then you process your data and you met the required standard, then they will approve it for you. Now, 2.2, this is very important. All GNSS data for submission must be converted to RINES 2.1. So I will show you how to convert your raw data, the GNSS data you have picked from the field, to RINES 2.1. If you don't, I'm going to show you that. And then the RINES data must include the reference used for processing of the data for quality assurance and quality control purposes. Okay, so they are saying that the RINES data you submit additional to your plans to the SMD, you must include the base station that you use to process it. And then the base, if you are not able to get set up your own base, you can use any available call station that is closer. They have established call stations within regions. Every region, they have a call station there. Some regions, depending on the size of the region, they have two or more. Yes. So let's take note of that. So this one is just telling us about closure, but it's not necessary. So I'm not going to talk about it. So here they are saying that the parcel beacons should be edited with the regional number before converting to RINES. So if you are converting your GNSS data to RINES, you should edit the data with every point with the beacons, the original number that you buy from the SMD, so that when you are processing the data and when you convert it to RANES, when they try to plot it to see what you have, to confirm or verify what you have plotted, they'll be able to know that this particular point is this particular point. They'll be able to cross-reference or verify. So this is also quality assurance control. The things that you should take note of after you have processed your data. I'm not going to go through it. You can read it yourself and then you will get understanding. Um, I'll 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 touch on this particular number 4. They said the solution type, fixed or float, is acceptable if the root mean square is below 1.0 and the distance in coordinates is also below plus or minus 1.2 feet. This is because the solution type has no direct effect on the coordinates. So normally when you process your data, sometimes you see float and then fix. The fix is what is normally accepted, but they are saying that per these new instructions, they are saying that if you see float and you go and check the root mean square error and it's still is below 1.0, then it's accepted. You can submit it. At first, when you see float, it means that you have to go and pick the data again. But now they are saying that these ones are not, they what they actually look into it is the root mean square error and then the coordinate difference. Please, is there anyone asking a question? Okay, let's continue. Please,
So,
do you want to ask a question?
yeah, I want to ask a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, uh, as you made mention that if you are going to a place or a site which is 30,000 kilometers, you have to set a TBM. Now, here comes the case that, like, you set a machine and someone will just go and just remove it from that source. So if you encounter a challenge of sort, how can you be able to work with it?
So you see, you have to set the TBM closer to where you are working, and it
Mhm.
must be set. If you are setting your base, you have to set it on a place that someone will not go and remove it. Like a place you can set it in front of someone's store or a house, or like and alert the person. Or you can even send the TBM if you are if it is a TBM you are talking about. That one you can go and set it on where you are working, the field or the land you are working on. You can go and set it there, and then you set one base there, and then use one rover to pick your data, and the one that you have set it there will become your TBM. Please, do you get it? Hello.
So if I understand myself, the emphasis is not on the distance from the site, but rather you just setting up a TBM that you can base on it to work, please.
So they are saying that if you go beyond those that they have given, the distance they have given. So this is the least or the maximum distance you must go. If you go beyond this maximum distance, then you must set a TBM. So if your distance from your base and then where you are going to work in is not above 95,000, there's no need to set a TBM. Please do you get it.
Yeah.
Please do you get it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so here the point 5.2, I want to touch it. They said if a data is split during processing, it should be indicated in the history of survey. So imagine you have gone to pick the data, and then um maybe you forgot one point, or you were not able to pick all the data, all the boundary, and then you went to pick it another day, and then you processed it differently. So each day will have a different base, and then you process it. So if you processed the data, one particular boundary, you processed the data in two separate or more than two or three separate data, then you combine them to plot to get your particular boundary. You must state it in your history of survey. If you are submitting the documents for signing, you must add history of survey, and that what do you call it? That you must state it if you splitted your data, or if the data is processed in batches. That is what I mean. You must state it there so that they will know that the data was not picked one day, or the data was split into two or three before processing. Please, you get it. Okay, so the 3.02 says that a key plan, or let me read from the top. It's a template for cadastral plans. So below are the recommended standard for cadastral plan preparation. So 3.1 says insert a key plan or an insert shall be provided compulsory for plans of 25 acres and above. So the insert should be scaled to fit the scale of the plan. So what that means that if you have a land which is above 25, if you are producing a cadastral plan for a client and it is above 25 acres, you must insert a key plan. This is an example of a key plan. This one, please, have you seen it? This particular one is an example of a key plan. Please, are you observing? This particular one is an example of a key plan. This particular one is an example of a key plan. I will show you how to do it. The key plan is the is having a very big scale, which is 1:50,000, and then you see the rivers, the towns nearby, or any landmark or land feature that is nearby the land. Okay, I'll show you how to do it, so don't worry. So the key plan may be provided for parcel of land with acreages ranging between 10 acres and 25 acres under the following conditions. If the parcel of land, so from 10 acres to 25 acres, they are saying that it's not compulsory to add a key plan, but if these following conditions are met, you have to provide. If the parcel of land is in a remote and or undeveloped area relative to a prominent feature like major highway, rivers, settlements, mileposts, etc. So if these conditions are met, then it means that you must provide a key plan for that particular land. If it is the acreages is ranging from 10 to 25 acres. Now, if the parcel of land is in a rural area, very deep place, a place that have not been developed, you have to provide a key plan for it. So, notwithstanding the provision in 1A and 1B, consult the director of SMD for clarification. So, if you don't understand anything concerning this, they said you can ask from the SMD. If you have a big area and you want to produce a cadastral plan of it, that's what they are saying. Now, north arrow. So this your every plan that you produce must have a north arrow. Okay, so like this particular plan, there's a north arrow there. Now, grading and parcel centering. So they say that the parcel of interest shall always be centered as much as possible. I'll show you how to do it. When there's the need to introduce intermediate grade lines, the main 1,000 grade must be indicated and marked as ticks on the map, on the plan or map. So this is what they are saying. Actually, if you look at what I prepared here, the interval of the grade is 1,000. That's the standard, the new standard they have introduced. You see, here is um, um, is it 231,500, and here is 232,500. The interval is 1,000 feet. Now they are saying that if there's a need to introduce intermediate one, you must indicate like this. If there's a need to indicate 500, to make it 500, you must indicate this one. Okay. So a sample template. So this is a sample template they have provided. Now they are saying that testing and trimming. All these ones I'll show you when I'm plotting. So not for us not to waste time, I'll show you when we start plotting. So the reference beacons, the coordinate of the base reference station shall be part of the plan data. So it means that your base station coordinate should be part of the plan data. This is it. So this is the plan data for every particular plot of land that you plot. You have to give the plan data inside the plan. So this is an example. This is the plan data, and they said the base station. This one is the base station. The coordinate must be included in the plan. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, the grade value should be only numerical, not alphanumerical. So what they mean is that these ones, you should not add N or E. It should be like this. Okay. Acreages above 0.01 hectare. Okay. Acreages above 0.01 hectares shall be rounded off to 2 decimal places. So they said all the acreages and the hectares should be round to 2 decimal places. So they said it can also be rounded to 3 decimal places if needed or if necessary. So this is what they are trying to talk about. The area, you must provide the area of the land, and it is supposed to be in 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. Okay. So they are saying that here too, they are saying that acres and hectares with the emphasis S. So what they are saying is that if it is 1, you have to write acre. And if it is 1 for hectare, you have to write hectare. Don't write acres whilst it's 1. It's not grammatically right. Okay. But if it is decimals, you have to bring the S. Like this, for instance, it's decimal 0.19, so it's acres. Okay. So normally for that one, the template is provided. So you don't actually need to temper it. You just have to edit the values. But you have to take note of that. Okay, so multiple parcels on one plan or a map. So in case the person like this, in case the person plots, there's a road passing through it. You cannot join all the four the boundaries. Like for this one, for instance, you cannot join 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You cannot join all the 8 points together to make it one boundary. You have to make sure that the road or the access that is passing through is indicated. I mean, a road that is demarcated, not a footpath. Okay, so you must pick it in in that order, and then you must plot the two boundaries independently or individually, and then you indicate it as such as it is showing as A and B. You indicate it A and B, and for your plan data you have to add all the data or all the coordinates of the points, and then their particular regional index. Okay, so plot numbers. So they are saying that where there is a need to indicate plot numbers on a face of a plan, they shall be placed under the locality. So this particular one, if you are plotting and then there's a um, plot number, if you have the plot number of that plot, you have to indicate it down here under the locality. Example is here. This one, plot number 29. You can indicate it there under the locality. Okay, so the districts, let's come to districts. The heading district is generic term and therefore shall be maintained on the plan face instead of municipality, metropolitan, um, dash dash. See figure 7. So what they are trying to say is that some particular districts are municipals and some are metropolitan. So here you have to know the district of which um, you are working which you are working. If that particular district is a municipal, you have to indicate it here as a municipal. For example, what I did here, Takwan Swayim is a municipal, so I've indicated municipal. So if you are working at a particular place that is a district, you have to indicate a district. If you are working at a particular place, if your land is located at a particular place that is metropolitan, you have to indicate metropolitan. That is what they are trying to say here. Okay. referencing. In a case where the plan is framed from one existing plan or map, town sheet, an approved plan, sectional map, the appropriate reference shall be made on the plan, including date of approval and the original number of the source material. So maybe a client can come and tell you that I've lost um my plan, so reproduce one for me. You can reproduce it and then indicate it here that if you have the data, you can just go into your files or your data and reproduce the plan and then indicate on it that this plan has been approved already, but the client has misplaced it and is requesting a new one. So you do same and then submit it and then they will sign for you, they will re-sign for you. That is what they are saying here. Okay. So, okay, sorry, I was a bit disturbed. All right, so for preface, what they are saying here is that where it becomes impossible to annotate the boundary corner points of a parcel with the original numbers, the corner points should be annotated 1, 2, 3, etc. serially. And then preface statements should be placed at a location that enhances visual balance of the plan. So what they are saying is that if you are not able to write the full original number, original index of the plan, you can indicate it 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on your plan, you write that all parcel corners numbered 1, 2, 3, um, dot, dot, dot. On this plan are prefaced by, then you indicate the original number there. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, for this particular one, I was able to write all of it, so search was not provided. I'll show you one which search was provided. I'm coming. Let me see if I'll see some here. Uh, uh-huh. For this particular one, you can see that we have indicated it here. And note, be careful. Pillar number 2 and 3 are prefaced by, and then the um, we indicated the original index or the original number. It means that we are not able to write it. If you write it there, it's going to cross the lines. We don't want the writings to be crossing the lines. That is what they mean. Okay. So they are saying that for this particular one, they are saying that inclusion of name of organization on plan or face. Organization who wish to place their names on the map or plan face should do so in the locality column as part of the name of the locality. So if you want to add some locality, some company name, you have to add it under the locality. After you have stated the locality, then you add the company name. So the date of certification on plans that are to be resubmitted after the resolution of query must have the date on which the new certification was done and not the initial certification date. So in case you submitted a plan and then they rejected it, sometimes you submit a plan and you see a mistake on it and they will reject it. You have to reproduce the plan and then produce a date, or the licensed surveyor should produce a date of the day you are submitting it again, not the previous one. That is what they mean. Okay, so for this particular one, surplus information. There should be no unsolicited or surplus information, initials as placed on the lower corner of the. So there shouldn't be any surplus information on the plan apart from the ones that are required. Okay. So this one's too is not necessary. This one's arrows and all that is not necessary. Parcel access. So the main access road to the parcel must be detailed and indicated as shown below. So any plot of land should have an access, not necessarily a road, a main road, but a street, even if it is a street or an access, a place that you pass to go to the plot. Because you cannot have a plot that doesn't have a main access to it. So where are you going to pass? Are you going to jump or fly to the land? No, you must provide access. So any plan you plot, you have to provide access. So normally, to be able to know where the access road is, when you are picking your point on the field, you pick one point additional to your boundary, and then you pick it on the road so that when you come and you plot it, you know that this is where the road is. Because normally, when you are plotting it, normally when you are plotting it, when you are plotting it, um, how the on the ground it looks like where when you were standing there, sometimes it turns. It is not like that. So it's necessary that you pick one particular point as an access or a road. Then when you come and plot, you'll be able to know that this is where the road was. Or you can do a sketch. We call it field on your field notes. You have to sketch your boundary. When you are picking the data, you have to sketch it and then indicate the access on the sketch. So when you come and plot it, you know that the access road um was at maybe between point 1 and point 2 or between point 2 and point 3. Okay. So revision of standard or criteria. So we will not waste time on this because when you are plotting it, we'll go through it. So the heading should be 30. That's the font sizes they have indicated here. That's the font sizes they have indicated here. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Okay. Please, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear you.
please, we can hear
Yes,
you.
we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay, so I think that's all for the document. The ones that are very necessary when we are plotting, um I'll stress on it again so that you remember. So let's go on. So now, okay. So now I've shown you how it looked like. So when you come, I've provided all this data. I think I've provided all this data or all these apps or files on your Telegram page. So anything I'm going to use, I've provided. If not, you have to remind me and then I'll send it to you. Okay, I'm coming. This one I've provided for you. That is a static to Reines converter. Okay. So now when you bring your data, I don't know if I provided example data for you. Um, please, a minute, a minute, a minute. Okay. I'll share data with you for you to use as a practice. So I'm going to use this particular data as an example data for us to see. So when you pick your data, when you download the data from um, I mean, from your GPS. This is how it is. It comes as some particular extension. Sometimes it's STH. Yes, it's STH. These ones are not parts. Let me delete it. The info are not parts. Okay, so no, when you download your data, this is how it is. So this is one data, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 points that was picked. And then the reference data is, if you see LISAG, it means that License Surveyors Association of Ghana, TAQUA. So that is a core station. So that is a core station. So for this particular data, we are going to use the core station as our reference or as our base. Now, this is how your data is. You have to process this one to the Rhiners 2.1 that they were talking about before you'll be able to um, plot it, or you have to convert it from this GNSS format to Rhiners 2.1, which is the required format you will send it to the SMD. So this particular raw data, you are not going to send it to SMD when you are submitting your files for signing. You are rather going to send the Rhiners. So let's see how we can process this raw data to Rhiners. I'm going to create a folder and call it Rhiners so that we process the Rhiners to it. Now I shared this particular app with you. Oh, this one, static to Rhiners. So it's part of it. I zip it and then I sent it. So it's part of the files I sent. So when you open it, this particular software doesn't need any installation. You just have to open it and then you see this particular icon there. There's the setup file. When you open it, it will just open like this. Now, when it open like this we call it static to Rhiners. This is what we use to convert the static to the Rhiners 2.10. That's SMD needs. Now, when you open it like this, in your case, this is where you go and then you connect it to the folder where your raw data is located. So you just click on it. Are you sure you want to choose part? Yes. Now, you will locate where your data is. So this is where my data is. I'm locating it. Oh, it is here, rather. Okay, raw data. This is it. So I'll select the folder and then I'll click OK. Now you see that the data will appear here and then I'll select it all. Now you see that all of it will take. When you come here, please take note of it. This is supposed to be Rhiners 2.10. You have many
Yeah, hello.
versions. Yes.
Yeah, hello, sir. I think I had a small break in my internet. I'm finding it difficult where you got the data.
It's a data I have picked. It's a data I've picked, and then we are going to use it for practice. So I'm going to share that data with you. So
Oh, okay. You are yet to share. Okay,
yeah, I'm here to share. I think I forgot.
okay,
I thought I have added it already to you.
fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll share it with you so that you use it to practice. Now, when you connect your folder, just connect the software to the folder of which you have that data inside it. Your data will appear here. And then the version the runners version you are processing is 2.10. Remember, in the standard, they stated 2.10. Now, for these ones, all of it must take. This one, you don't need to take it. Here, when you open it new, when you open the software new, this one I've been working with it. That's why you see that this one is on tick. But when you start it afresh or you open the software as a new person, you see that all these ones will be ticked. So what you do is that you untick it and leave only the GPS. Because if you take these ones, it's going to add some files of which the magnet tools will not be able to recognize. So it cannot process. And then here too, you take it multiple frequency. All this one must be ticked. And then you come down here. Here, if you take this one, it means that your Rhine's data is going to process into the same folder of which the raw data is inside. But if you untake it and then you start processing, it will allow you to select a folder and process it inside. So I'm going to untake it, and then when you want to process, you just click on the export. One more thing before I export it. Per the instruction, they said we should edit the raw data with the original numbers of which we bought it. We bought from the SMD before we convert it to Rhinos. So this is how you edit it. You double click on it and then you come here. The point name, you edit it to the what do you call it? The original number. Okay, so this particular one, I have the original number, or I'm going to use an example. Uh, so let's assume that this is the original number. So when you buy the original number, this is how it is. It comes as this. This particular one, which is SGW. The SGW means that Survey of Ghana Western. So if you are in Ashanti region, it's going to be SGA, Survey of Ghana Ashanti. If you are in Accra, it's going to be SGAC, Survey of Ghana Greater Accra. Let me see this particular one. So you see that it's different. SGGA. I think that's the Accra one. Let me see. SGGA. Survey of Ghana Greater Accra. Survey of Ghana Greater Accra. So depending on your region, if they give you the original number, that's how it will come. Now, SGW. And then this particular one is the ID or the original number from here to here. And then when you add the year and then the pillar ID. So that's what you are seeing here. SGW and then the original number plus the year, which is 2025, and then the point ID, which is 3 in this case. Now I'm going to use this particular one as I'm going to copy this and then use it for the processing here. So I'm going to use this one as they say you should edit this particular one to the original numbers before we process. Yes, so I'm editing it to this particular one. Now, I have to add, this is my point one, how it is arranged. So I'm going to arrange it in that case, or in that order. And then I click OK. This is my point two. Oh, okay, so this one was added already. So point two. Please, are you following? Point three. Please, are you following? Point four.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are with you.
Okay. And this will be our 0.5. Now, okay. So you have to edit it with the original numbers. That's the instructions. And then you export it. So when you click on export, it will allow you to choose a location, as I said earlier. So I'm going to choose the folder I created as the Rhiners, and then I'll click OK. So you see that it will be processing very fast. It will be done right now. Yes, it's done. So you can go to the folder and see. Mm. So there's it. So you can see that you see the extension NO. So it would, well, it was at first it was 111 files, but now it has changed to 22 NO. That's the files we need. Oh, so you can see this is the O and then this is the N. So these are the files we need so that we can plot it inside the magnet tools. So we are done from changing it from the raw data to Rhine's data. Please, who doesn't understand or who has a question here? Please, who has a question here before
Hello.
we proceed?
Hello.
Yeah.
So what if maybe you are given projected coordinates, yes, and maybe you don't have to, you didn't get your points from the site. They're just projected coordinates and you want to use them to prepare a site plan.
Yes, so that one you just go straight to the AutoCAD and then you plot.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay,
so you
okay,
go there. You don't need to come here. This is when you pick a raw data from the field using
okay,
your GPS or your GNSS receiver.
okay.
Yes. Please, are you having who is having a question again? Okay. So if there's no question, let's proceed. So now they are saying that with your raw data, you have to add your the base or the reference to the Rhiners. So I'm going to add it. So when I open the call station data to the call station distance, you see that it's also having two files, which is the N and then O extension. And then I'll copy it. And then I'll add it to my runners data I've processed. Yes. So this particular data is when you are is what you add when you are submitting to the SMD. You are going to add these runners. In fact, you are going to copy it on a CD. Compact disc. Another time I went to a store and I said I'm buying CD. The guy looked at my face and said, "You don't sell CD here. You go to the pharmacy." So I have to be specific. Compact disc. You have to buy a raw or new compact disc and then you copy this Rhine's data on it. And then you add it to the files you are submitting. So I will show you, at the end of the tutorial, I'll show you all the files you have to put together before you submit. Please, do you understand?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's proceed. Now we are moving on to the next app, which is the magnet tools. I asked you to install. I think some two people were having issues of installing. Have you been sorted out? Are you able to install it?
You know, say,
No.
Yeah, I had problem in the morning, but
hey,
I downloaded the Microsoft something something. It worked.
It worked then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So who else was having a challenge?
my, please, I
My
was
didn't work.
having a problem with my laptop, so I couldn't install.
Okay, so after this class, tomorrow, God willing, send me the screenshot or like the errors that you are encountering. I'll help you to install it.
All right.
Okay. So when you open the magnet tools, so I shared this with you, and then I added the magnet job, and I told you that after installing your magnet tools, this is what you have to come and open. Because if you open the one on your desktop, like this particular one, I have one here. This is the magnet tools on the icon on my desktop. If I open it, I will not get the datum, the Ghana datum inside, which is the Ghana meter grade coordinate system. So we have created one of which we have calibrated it. That is why I created this job, and then I send it to you that after this thing, you have to open this job. Now, I'm going to open it. Under normal circumstance, if you are working with the magnet tools, you have to put your internet off. But because we are doing online meeting, I cannot put my internet off and teach. So I'm going to use it like that. The disadvantage here is that after every 2 or 3 minutes, it's going to log me out, and then I'll log in again. Please do get it. Hello.
Yes, please.
Aha. So that's the disadvantage now because I can't put my internet off. That's how it's going to do me. And in case it logs you out, I'll show you how to log in again so that it will not be a problem. So I'm going to open it. So when you double click on it, aha. So sometimes you will see something like this. When you try to open, it will not open. It means that because the internet is on, some of the crack files has been hijacked, like the antivirus has arrested them. So you have to go and release them, or you have to crack it again. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now you come and open the patch file. The reason why the patch file is always in a zip file is that if it is in a folder, the antivirus can arrest it. So I decided to put the patch files in a zip so that it will be always protected. When it's in a zip file like this, the antivirus cannot arrest it. So I'm going to open the patch file, and then I'll copy these particular files, these three files, and then I'll send it to my local disk C program files. I'll see magnet there, and then office, and then tools. I'll paste it here to ask me to replace, yes, and then continue. Now, let me go and open it again. So it means that I have to put my antivirus off before before I'll be able to work with it. So I'm going to put my antivirus off. Please bear with me. Coming.
So please, whilst you are putting your antivirus stuff, please can I ask a question?
Okay, you can ask your question.
Okay, I came in late. But I want to ask, I want to ask this question. So, with the GPS, some of the data that sometimes you get, you be talking of raw data. But some of the GPS, when you download the data from them, you get a CSV files like you already have your issues, modeling, and elevations, everything is set. So with this kind of data, how are you going to use it to, do your cadastral?
Okay, so thank you for that question. Some of the GPS will give you the wryness. It's not going to give you the raw data. So in that case, what you do is that you go straight. Oh, I was coming to do something here, but so I'm coming. I'll answer your question. The reason why I didn't continue here is when you come to your antivirus, you will see that it will be giving you warning here. Please, Odo, I'll come to your question, but I want to show you something here. You see that the data, what do you call it? The files I copied, it has been arrested. It has been arrested here, and then saying that it has a Trojan something something something. So what I will do is that I will just allow it on my device. I don't want to put on my antivirus, so I will just allow this one, particular one, and then start action. Yes. So once I do this, uh, I'll be able to work with the magnet tools without putting off my antivirus, and it will work perfectly. Okay. Now, let me come to your question. Some of the GPS will give you the Rhino straight. They have incorporated the converter inside already. So what you get is you can just download the Rhine's data direct. So what you do is that when you get the Rhine's data, you don't have to go to the raw data process, converting it to the Rhine's again. So you can just go straight to the magnet tools and then process it there. Please, do you get it?
Yes, please. And my question, please, you said that when you are, let's say your plot is in a book, and there is no any existing rule, how will you be able to indicate that, okay, this is my plan and this is my road assessment? But when you went there to pick up your points, there's no any road there, like it's in the book. You say, Mata, you know, it's in the book. So how are you going to access it? So are you going to cook some things for them, or like what are you going to do? Or you consult the SMD or what? Like I want to know.
You cannot cook something for them. So normally, every plot have to get an access. That is the standard requirement. So if only the plot was demarcated, then there will be a street at one side. So you have to ask the landowner or the owner of the land that, oh, for this particular plot, where is the access or where is the street? And then they will show you. Every plot have to get a street on one side as an access. Or maybe some of the plot to the access comes straight. I don't know if I'll be able to indicate it. Do you have a drawing something here? Oh, I don't have drawing here, something I can use to draw. Some of the plot to the road comes like maybe the plot is like this, and then the road is coming direct as a line like this, straight to the plot. There's a road, access road, but coming straight to the plot. You still have to indicate it that the road is coming straight to the plot. Please, do you get my Do you understand my point? You have to ask the person that sent you there because you cannot go and pick a point on a land that you do not know, or the land owner will not show you that this is the boundary of my point. You have to go with the land owner, and the person will show you that this is the boundary of my point, and then you will pick it and you ask the person where is the street or access, and then the person will show you. Definitely, there will be an access because you there. If you have a plot without access, where are you going to pass?
And I'm saying that like it's in the bush, though. Like let's say cottage be cry, some place the bush cry or like. So I want to know. So for a cadastral plan, unless you've gotten a demarcation like something demarcated from the SMD or like do you have any rules govern it or like you any plan like any plot you can make cadastral out of it?
So if
I've seen an SMD plan before, like general plan. So your plan will be on it that your plot will be on it that plot 22, plot
yeah,
98. Yes. And you see the rules in them, like they've already demarcated them. So
yeah,
you see the rules in them. So I'm asking, what if like facing this challenge that it's not on the SMD plans.
the place has not been demarcated at all.
Yes, yes. So you don't know any existing radial route, Ibab. So how are you going to, maneuver your way around it? That's how I was asking that. Are you going to cook or you are going to consult the SMD or like, yeah.
So normally, you see, per the instructions we're reading, if the place is not demarcated at all, it means that it's like a farm, it's like a big area, because you cannot get a plot which is what do you call it, 80 by 80 in a bush that has not been demarcated at all. Please do get my point. So it means that that place is a big land, small, like that place is at least bigger, not just a plot. If it has not been demarcated at all, it will be a big place. In that case, that is what they were saying, that you have to add a base map to show if the place is in a rural area and then there has not been demarcated at all. You have to add a what do you call it? A base map to indicate that the plot is located at this particular point. So in that case, if you don't add, if you are not if you don't add the access, is reasonable. They understand that that place has not been demarcated. Please do get it.
Sir,
Hello, sir.
Yes.
hello, sir.
Uh,
I want similar to what my brother was saying. Like here comes the case: the place is not demarcated and there's no access road, but the only option is footpath. Can you indicate that as the means of locating the plot?
Yes, you have to. You have to
Oh, okay.
indicate.
Okay,
You have to
please.
indicate that access the footpath, because you did not jump to that place. You actually pass through a road or a footpath there to the place.
Okay.
So normally, in sometimes in rare conditions that they will destroy the existing assets and create new ones. Normally, if they are demarcating, they normally use the existing assets as
Okay.
road or as assets, and then they will demarcate the plots if they are doing demarcation. But in some cases, they collapse or they destroy the existing footpath and then or the existing assets and then create a new one. But at a fresh start or as this thing that you are going to pick and they have not demarcated, you have to indicate the footpath.
Thank you, sir, for the explanation.
Okay. Mr. Odro, are you okay with your
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I have more questions, but let's move on. So, with the time, so let's continue. You have time to discuss about it when we open up, like let's say to discuss something about you. For now, let's continue. Okay,
okay?
like concerning the rules, like So let's continue. Okay.
Okay. We will close on 8:30. It's 2 hours class, so we can continue. Or is anyone having something to say again? Okay. So let's continue. Um,
Hello.
yeah, please. Who is that? Come again.
Please, the time they were asking the questions, or the time you were answering the question that the guy was having some issue with.
You're having some issue with your internet. Hello, Godfred. You said you were having issue with your internet, so you didn't hear the answer I gave, or hello? Okay, so I think we can continue. So now, as I said, when you come to your security and you see that it has given you warning there, you can allow that threat and then you scan it. So or you start action so that it will not see that particular thing as a it will not see that particular file's virus again. So we have to crack it again. I'm going to crack it again after allowing that on my security system. But in your case, if you are not able to allow it, you can put off your antivirus crack and then you come and crack it again. It will work for you. So I'm going to the program files again. I'll see magnets here and then office tools and I'll paste it here again. Okay, so let me go back and then open it. Uh, okay. So you can see that it's opening. Yes. So it's now opening. Yeah, so when it opens, this is how it is. So because my internet is on, it's telling me that there's a new version, what. I'll just close it. I don't need any new version. Now this is how the interface look like. So this is a data I was processing. Now, if you open it like this, you can create your own job out of it. And then you give it a name and whatever that you want. So if you want to create a new job, you can go to new job. Okay. Now you can give it a name here. You can give it a name here. So let's say cadastral tutorial. Okay, so I'm creating a job name cadastral tutorial, and then I'll go to the browser and then show indicate the job location where I want to save it. Um, I told you earlier that because my internet is on, it can log me out. So if it begin to log me out, you have to understand. So I'm creating it inside this particular folder. Okay. Now created by, you can add your name there. Abdullah. Then comment, you can write something there or you can just leave it like that. For the design, you leave it like that. You don't tamper with it. You go to next. If you create, it means I have to go back and do configuration. But you can do the configuration here. Um, this thing is disturbing. Okay, so here you don't do anything like that. You just go next. For here, you choose, even you come here for the projection. When you come to Africa, you see SA Africa here. You see Ghana, SA Africa here. Oh, sorry. You open the Ghana and then you choose the wall grid, and then it will automatically select the datum for you. Aha. So you see that it's logging me out. The license is missed, so not valid. Application will be shut down. Okay. So it has closed, but this one I have to finish it before it closes. So for the datum, if it doesn't select automatically, you can select it. Some are WGS84, you can leave it like that. And this one, particular one, you can leave it like that. And when you come here, the coordinate type is supposed to be grid. And then the time, you can leave it like that. Here, linear units, choose I feet. And then the angular unit, you leave it like that, degree, minute, seconds. These ones, you leave it like that. And then you create. Now it has created, but because it has shut down already, I have to reopen it. Now here is the what you have to take note. Before you open it, you see there is a readme test here. When you open the readme test and you scroll down, you see this file there, this activation code. I have to copy this. So you select all the activation code starting from the break to the 9999 end, and then you copy. Now I'll minimize this. So I'll go back and open my job. So when I open it, it will come like this, and I'll go to next. So there's one person that this particular thing came. Is a person here that he
Yes,
didn't.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Aha, you are the one that screenshotted this for me.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
this
sir.
this is how you do it. You go to the
Okay.
README files and then you copy that activation code. So when you press next, it will bring you here. Then go to offline next. So when it comes here for this serial number, you can add anything there, any number. I mean any number, not alphabet numbers. And then here, use the activation code. You paste what you copied here, and then you just click next. Then you take here next. Finish. It will come. Please, are you following?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you do that, it will come. Okay. So you see, we have opened it again. The job we created was able to create successfully. So we can open it from here. Okay, it's not here. You can go to open browse. You can browse the job location. Uh, okay, so we can browse the job location. I created it inside uh, here. This is it. This is the name I gave it, so I can open it from here. Aha. So when you create a new job, this is what comes. So you go to view and then you choose the observation view so that it will bring the observation view here. So this is just a new job we have created. So that's why you are not seeing anything here. So now we can go on. So we have to take note of certain things here. So you see here for the linear unit is I feet, degree minutes seconds for the angular units. And this thing is grade. The coordinate type is grade. And then you see the Ghana war grade here. Aha. Okay. So that's what the SMD accepts. So let's proceed to processing the data. So you go to import. And then you locate your folder. That has the runners. So I'll open this particular folder that has the runners, and then I'll select all. So I'll just control all or something like that. Select all of it and then you open. So you see that it will load it onto the software. So it's loading. You can see it here, preparing imports. So it will load all the points that you have into the software here.
Hello.
Yes.
So my previous question about the projected coordinate. So if in this instance, do you just do the same way? I mean, if how will you store the coordinates, like in Excel or
Yes. So the when we finish processing, you import the coordinate in Excel before we be able to plot it in AutoCAD. So in your case, if the person process it and give the data to you in Excel, you just go straight and then plot it on the AutoCAD.
but are we going to use AutoCAD now or
Oh no, we will use it next time when we meet tomorrow. We will meet tomorrow. So
okay,
when I am done with this one, I'll end.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So you see the error has come again. It means I have to do it again because the internet is on. That is why it is disturbing me like that. I told you earlier. So it asks me to save. Yes, I'll save it so that when I open it, it will come back to this. Uh, so I'm going to open that job again. So I'll go back and then the job I created, I can open that job. The job I created, I can just open that job directly. So I have to do the activation again. So I'll paste the activation code here and then I'll put any number here and then I'll continue finish. So if you are working, you have to put your internet off so that it will not be disturbing you like this. Okay, so it has come back where I left it. Now, you see, this is the points that I labeled. So this is point 1, point 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So the 5 is an access or a road. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to um, double click on this particular point, which is the base. That's the base. Now you can see the coordinates here. I'm coming. You can see the coordinates here. When it comes to points, you can see the coordinates here. Down here, the coordinates here. But these coordinates are not all that accurate. So that's why we have to process it. You could have just imported this coordinate and then start working with it. But we have to post-process it so that we will correct it. So what we do is that normally the base should be set on a known point. So this particular one is, what do you call it? This particular one is a call station. So the call station, we have the coordinates there. So I'll give you the coordinates also, the call station coordinates. I'm coming. So I'm going to use it here. This is the call station. This is the name. And this is the coordinates. The northern coordinate is 228146.159. And then the eastern coordinate is 5362. This is it. Oh, this is it here. The first one. 536284.132. So I'm going to edit it with this one. Okay. So I'm going to double click on it. It will come, and then the name, I'll edit it with the actual name, SGW course 2022-6. So this is the TAQUA own. That's the name that is in the SMD system. And I'll change this one to horizontal. And I'll go to the coordinates. And then is 2281. So the thing has done it again. I have to open it again. So I have to do it again because the internet is on to disturb me, sir. Okay. So I have to do it again. So it is SGW course 2026. And then I'll choose here horizontal. And then the coordinates is 81. Is it 46? 46.159. And this one is 53628484 points. This one is disturbing. Point 132. Let me confirm. Let me confirm from here. Oh, this particular thing want to disturb me. Okay, so that's it. I got it right. So now I'm done with this. What I'll do is that I'll come here and then edit this one too. So I'll edit it one after the other. So when I double click on this, for this particular one, it's only the name for the plot boundary. It's only the name I'm going to change it. So I'll change this one. I'll change, it's supposed to be SGW. And then this particular one, and then 25. This one, I'll not change it. I'll leave it like that. And then I'll apply. Okay. This particular one. Oh, I was supposed to use this one. This one's supposed to be road. So I'll just make it RD. This is the road. So I'll make it RD. Okay. And this will be my number one. Oh, you have to finish this one before we close. Okay, so I'll go straight to this one and then I'll edit the name. This is the point one. Hey, I thought SDW B6355. Oh, please, can you see my screen? Hello?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, no, no. You cannot see it.
Okay, okay, I'm coming. Okay, I hope you can see now.
Yes, sir.
25 1. Oh, it's supposed to be 54. So you edit this one with the name of the points or the original number. And it's supposed to be in alphabetical order. Sorry, clockwise, clockwise. That's what I want to say. Supposed to be clockwise. Supposed to be clockwise. So 1, 2, 3. So SGW. This particular thing disturbs me. 25. Okay, so the last one, SGW 25. So it's supposed to be clockwise, clockwise. Now I'm done. What I'll do is that I'll highlight it, or I'll just press Control A, or you just highlight it like this. And then you come to process here, top here, process. And then you press on the GPS post process. So you see that it will be processing down here. It has finished processing, but the thing says we have to go and come. Yes, so I'm saving it to where we have gotten to, and then when you just go, you proceed. Oh, okay, so next, next, finish. Okay, so we are almost done. We are done processing. The only thing we will do is that we just generate our points. So we are done processing. So you will come to report. So you can see when you come here, down here, when you select the points, you can see that the points name are here. The the grade northings and eastings and elevation are here, like that. When you come to the occupation, you can see that the time, the start time of your GPS when you are picking the points, the start time and then the end time or stop time, the duration of which you pick the points. All of them will be displaying here. Duration, the method, if it is RTK or static, it will display here for you to see. So the occupation information will give you that. Now, when you come to reports, here, report, then you come to points. It's going to generate the points in Excel for us. So let's wait and see. Yes. So you can see that our points has been exported to Excel for us. So all that we have to do is that this particular one, we have to delete this particular row, and then we will leave this heading. Now, in the AutoCAD accepts some arrangement, which is the northern, eastings, and then the name or label. So I have to rearrange it in that order so that you'll be able to plot it in AutoCAD. So I'm going to cut this particular one and paste it here. Now I'll delete this particular column. And now this the arrangement the AutoCAD understands. Northern Eastern's label or what do you call it? Name. Then you save this particular file, save as, and then you choose a folder. Let's see. I'm going to open the cadastral raw data. So I'm going to save it here, but I have to save as type. I have to save it as CSV, comma delimited. CSV, comma delimited. Oh, where is it? This is it. CSV, comma delimited. And then I'll give it a name. I can call it PTS or points. Anyway, any name you will give it, or sometimes the client's name. Now I'll save it. Yes. So I'm done with the Excel. I can close it. Okay. Oh, when we came back, the thing is saying that you have to go and come back again. So now let me open it again. So 11 is our last report for us to generate, and then We are done. Okay. So now, let's with our last report. For this particular one, please take note of this one. You're going to generate a word, but normally it conflicts with the security of the word. Sometimes those using Microsoft 19 and 21, you see that when you open it, it will conflict with it. So normally what I do is that I'll minimize this one before I generate the report. So you come here and then you click on this one, GPS observation. So it will bring a warning here. You will see it here. If you don't minimize it, you will see that this one will come behind the software, and you cannot minimize the software too because your cursor will turn like this. So you have to off your machine and start again. So normally it's advisable that you minimize it, or you use a shortcut for the minimize. I think it's Windows F2 or something. I've forgotten. Aha. Then when you just press yes, it will generate it for you. Okay, so you see that the information, the information that will come is the projection or the project summary. So the it will give you the project name, project folder, creation time, the created by, linear units, angular units, projection, datum, joid, and all that. And then point summary. So it will give you the name, northern, eastern, elevation, and then control. Now, when you come to the observation, it will give you the name of the point, the north root mean square error, east root mean square error, root mean square error. This is what they were saying that from our instruction, if it is more than 1.0, they will not accept. Okay. And then the distance, and then the duration. So normally what I do is that I put this one into what do you call it? I'll put it into a table. I'll paste it again. No, but when I double click on it, I want to change it to a table. So I can do same for here. Yes. Now you can see here is the solution type I was talking about, that if it is fixed or float. So normally if it's not able to process well, or the observation time was not enough, you see that it will come as float. But at first, when it comes as float, you have to go and pick the point again. But now they are saying that the float or fixed doesn't matter if the root mean square error meets the standard. Okay, so we will save this particular file because we will add it to the plans we will submit. So it's important that you save it. Okay. So I'm going to save it as Word document, and then I'll call it summary. Uh, and then I'll save it. Okay. So I can close this one. They are saying that my license is something. I have to go over, but we are done. We don't have to do anything in the magnet tools again. All that we needed is what we have generated. So I can just close it, and then we are done for the day. If you have any question, you can ask before you close. So I'll share the data with you, and then you practice. Yes.